just wanted to talk about, the personal part of my journey. Being targeted, heavily targeted, I have to say, it's been the best ride of my life. Because, you're not gonna get a ride like this at Disneyland. And the thing that you want to curse the most can also bring you the biggest opportunities of your life too. You just have to decide for yourself. Did this happen? It's more like things don't happen to me, they happen for me. And just wanted to shout out to Squirrel. I love you, Squirrel. I've been thinking about you a lot, girl. And I wanted to thank you for helping me get my life back into order in so many ways. I'm still there on that doorstep, hearing my car honk from that key fob. It was fucking funny as shit. It's like cowards hiding in the background, just trying to distress you, to stabilize you. You guys have to remember something. This is psychological warfare. The world's most evil of scientists came up with this program. I haven't really spoken much about Dr. Mengele. Other than his tie to Auschwitz. But you have to understand something. When it comes to Dr. Mengele, number one, that is his real name, as far as I know. But it's kind of weird how life's synchronicities sometimes are just so emblazoned, so emboldened. It's kind of like one of my inspirations is Richard L. Lighthouse. One of the forces of targetedjustice.com. His last name is Lighthouse. How ironic can you get? Because his work is such a lighthouse. A lighthouse. He has like over 100, 200 books for free on download from his website. I think you can get to it from targetedjustice.com. But with this physician's name, Mengele, he really mangled his test subjects. Apparently from the inside out. But it's just weird how his name inspires thoughts of butchery. Because it's butchery. So, that's how fucked up this concentration camp cog is. The psychological debauchery of it all is ingenious. It's really fucking genius. And then, if you throw in other badass, demonic, psychological work into perfecting this monstrous machine, they did a really bang up job, I'll say that. More than half of you don't even know you're the fucking concentration camp. a good friend, my new friend, had said, well, when you have two paths, they both look equally as good, but how do you really know? That got me to thinking, because to me, it's so obvious, I wouldn't stop to consider it, you know? But, if you guys got caught up in this, don't beat yourself up for it. Seriously. And if you are law enforcement, Mr. Coker, don't beat yourself up for it, sir. Sometimes we just need, sometimes people need to go to jail sometimes. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, it can be and it shouldn't be. Because what happens if you have other commie coverts, sellouts, that'll hold their ethics out for anything? Take care of your judicial system. Take care of your, God forbid, prison system. Everything will just run amok with Dr. Mengele projects from cell to cell. And who's going to stop that? That should concern you. Because you all are on a pathway right now. It's kind of like Planet of the Apes. It was like he comes back and he's like, what have you done? That's what you guys are doing. But this flying monkey shit show of Dr. Mengele's project, Auschwitz 2.0, it's kind of like Planet of the Apes. Y'all are all going ape shit. And then before you know it, good will become bad and bad will become good. And then evil starts running the show because everybody was sufficiently duped into thinking they were doing good. And then it turned out to be fucking, oh my God, the fucking worst thing ever. The most demonic thing ever. Because all of this does lead to organ harvesting, people. That should concern everybody. Especially if you have that on your driver's license, you being an organ donor, y'all need to get that shit off your driver's license ASAP, like fucking 10 years ago. That will deflate the incentive for mowing you down. Just because you're not a targeted individual today will not mean you're well on the way of being one. Especially you fucking flying monkeys. Y'all need to go research that Milgram experiment. And you tell me who was being roasted there. Because that's the position you were in. Just because you're on the dishing out of it side. Because I know some people really enjoy the psychopathy of it. I can't imagine living like that. But okay. Y'all have told me so. That's how fucked up you guys are. But what I'm really proud of is the fact that you openly backed it. I'm like, man, I gotta say that. I say A++ in my book. And everybody gets about failing grades. You get a C if you're mediocre. Because I grade all these people that come at me. And if you're a targeted individual, you probably should start grading them also. And start seeing if you can start exercising your ability to train your little flying flunky monkeys. I do it all the time. But, yeah, guys, this, mental mosh pit we all got going on in here, up in the hizzy and everything. It's rough. Very rough. So, if anybody is, pissed off a hornet's nest and find themselves sucked into this godforsaken machine, you might want to start watching my videos for, advice. How to survive in it and how to thrive in the middle of it. Because I got a feeling, if I could have my way, I would make that shit go away like fucking 10 years ago. Even though the idea of, what comes around goes around, for turnaround is fair play. For those who, sold me out. Judas style, with all the backstabbing and trickery and all that. I don't think anybody deserves to go through this. This is a godforsaken, demonic presence. All of your hate crime, that's demonic. That should concern you. If that's your thing, again, okay, that's your thing. You do you, boo-boo. I'm not here to shit on your parade of your free will. But, don't tolerate this stuff, people. When you see it, you need to shut that shit down. And when you see it and you know something about it, you need to report that. If you've been enlisted to target somebody, y'all need to report that. Those are hate crimes. It's not for you to judge your targets. This presence needs to be purged. And we need to honor these checks and balances. Maybe restructure that. And, storm Fort Knox and get that fucking audit. So let's do that. I'll bring the drums and fire. So, for all you government officials, government workers, police, everybody, if you guys got caught up into this demonic presence, don't beat yourself up for it. I'd imagine that path looked really good at the time. And for those of us that really are trying, now's the time to wake up. Now is the time to make a stand and protect your liberties. Make a stand and end this concentration camp cog. It's a demonic presence. It has no room to build any sort of healthy society. Because if you just roll over and hoe out the ethics, your forefathers, they died so you can have those. That is your legacy. That is your inheritance. You have an accountability to that. There's no room for psychopathy in any infrastructure. But if you all got caught up in it, now is the time to dismantle that. This is Patricia Andregali from Houston, Texas, Little Flower, coming at you in the great state of Washington.